Hi, I'm Sydney, and today I'm going to be watching Nightmare on Elm Street for the Dream Master for the first time. If you saw my last reaction to Nightmare on Elm Street 3, I loved the last one. I believe this one is a direct continuation of the third one, so there might be related ideas or characters, but I really don't know much other than that. So let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, last movie as well, we got a little bit of like a spiritual thing going on as far as like his mom was this spirit that came back to give warning about him, and she was a nun, and like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe a little bit more of like the religious spiritual element introduced. Oh my God. Thank God, a headlining credit for Robert Englund. About damn time that they have a freaking credit like that, because he is what makes these movies. Okay, she looks like one of the creepy girls, and she was drawing Nancy's house. Coming in strong with that solid theme.
Where's Freddy?
He's not home.
Okay, we're in a dream. I highly suspect that little girl seemed very similar to the one in the last movie. This whole kind of situation, actually. It's interesting that Nancy's house has kind of become a cornerstone for this location that's just come up thematically a lot. Even though, I don't know, maybe because she was like the first person to kind of defeat him or something. I don't know. But yeah, like, why has he chosen this to be his home base? That's cool.
Be calm, Kristin.
Kristin. Oh no. Wait a second. Is Kristin the... oh my God, I'm blanking on her name. Patricia Arquette character from the last one, and she's been replaced by another actress or something? If so, I think that's maybe what's happening. It's tough on this actress to try to fill those shoes of an established character. It sucks. I hate when they change actors in a series, just because it kind of takes you out of it a little bit. Unless they're just going to kill her off right away or something.
Joey!
Okay, Joey.
Kincaid!
Okay.
Help me!
Okay, yeah, it's got to be her. But I love that he's back.
Oh, shit, Kristin, not again.
Joey! Thank God.
Okay.
Fred Krueger's history.
That's cool. It's the same. He's the same actor too. He just looks a little bit different because his hair is like grown out and stuff. Oh, weird. I like that Joey's in a waterbed. Oh, why did he bite her? That's so weird. Putting myself in the shoes here from Nancy to now Kristin, it seems like it would be so hard to move on after going through that trauma. And it seems like the two guys have found a way to just kind of like feel unburdened. But it makes sense that Kristin, she seems so much more like an adult in this one. Like, how much time has gone by too? Like, her, I don't know why, just her driving that car and stuff. She seemed really like a kid, like a teenager, but like a kid in the last one.
You going out dressed like that?
What's wrong with it this time?
I'll just wait by the car.
When Dad's popping aspirin like popcorn, it's void all contact day.
I'm gonna eat popcorn right now.
Anybody have trig this semester?
Wow, that 80s hair. Okay, so they're still in high school, I guess, but they're like old enough to drive.
You are one major league hunk.
Thanks, Alice.
Earth to Alice, hey, you spacing again?
How can you ride this health hazard? You know, it's no wonder that you have asthma.
I did not start driving until way after high school. So these scenes, but yeah, I guess a lot of people in my high school drove, but...
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. That's all you have to say after last night?
I wonder if Joey's talking regularly now.
Time to start living like regular people.
Yeah, let it rest. I mean, did it ever occur to you that if you keep going in, you might stir them up again? Look, we'll help you.
I wonder if Patricia Arquette just didn't want to get stuck in the horror genre, or like what was the deal of her not returning? Maybe she was already signed on to another project or something. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, I like this song, but I will have to mute it. Everything you want, $100 bills. Okay, that scene was a little ridiculous, but okay. Nothing more classic than drinking a bottle of alcohol straight out of the bottle from a brown paper bag. Real discreet.
You call this vegetation a meal after a 10-hour workday?
Oh, she's like imagining again.
Alice, telling the little daydreamer to wake up?
Daydreamer? Dreaming?
Jason. Come on, boy. Come on.
That's funny that his dog's name's Jason. Are we going to have a little Freddy versus Jason action in this?
This ain't my dreamland.
Ooh.
If you hear, I'm gonna pound your ass!
Oh, it looks like they're at the graveyard or the junkyard where Freddy's body was buried.
Jason?
Damn. Whoa! What the? I can't tell if Jason, I don't know, seems like a good dog, I guess, but he has like weird aggressive traits. It's kind of like my dog. Ooh, that's fun. Ooh. That is good animation, or however they made that, because right away it started coming together. The facial features already look like Freddy right away. That's pretty cool. Oh boy. Man, is Kincaid gonna die already? Oh. So far it feels like Kristin still might be like like one of the main protagonists.
Shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead.
But I wonder if they're gonna kind of kill off these legacy, you know, I use that term lightly, but kill them right away since they're introducing all these new people right away. Wow. Yeah! I always really liked Kincaid.
Kristin! Freddy's back! Freddy's back! Freddy's back! Freddy's back!
Wow. Whoa. That's crazy. That was a crazy shot. Wow, and he just grabbed him. Oh, man. I knew it.
1 down. 2 to go.
Ugh. Okay, I had a feeling that was coming, but yeah, where does it end with Freddy? Like, because in the last one, it was revealed that these kids were part of the original Elm Street parents who killed Freddy, so it makes sense that he's coming after them directly. So it's like, because at first when he was like 1 down, I thought it was like, is he going to say like 1 million to go or something like it? But then I was like, no, yeah, because then he said 2 to go, and I was like, well, that's right. I guess he's just going after these like, you know, generational kids or whatever. Very reminiscent of Johnny Depp in the first one. Oh, never mind. Nope, not the same. I thought that was going to be Freddy under there. I'm assuming this is still like a Freddy temptation, just like the other one. The last one too, he was like, they weirdly put him in like an overly sexual situation.
How's this for a wet dream?
Nice.
Show it!
You say show it? What the hell does that mean? Cringy, creepy, pedo vibes. Well, yeah, just like I suspected, they're killing off these legacy characters. We'll see what happens with Kristin. It seems like Alice is maybe gonna like over triumph as maybe lead protagonist for this film.
Mom was still alive. Dad wouldn't treat us like this.
Alice, you gotta learn to stand up for yourself.
Joey!
What is she gonna find?
Joey!
What the? Well, that was interesting. Cool reveal.
Have you seen Joey and Kincaid? I can't find them anywhere.
Did you ever hear of the Dream Master? It's a rhyme. Just have to dream about someplace fun. Remember, you're in control.
I don't know why it feels like it's dubbed over.
Well, when it's all you have, you kind of become an expert.
I don't know why the voices are like not matching up. And in general, I'm not loving Alice's delivery of her lines.
He killed them! Calm down! No!
Wait, was that Freddy? Was that Robert Englund?
Feeling better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
You had quite a nasty bump.
Oh my god.
I gotta get
I
out
love
of here.
it. Oh, that's awesome.
I want to draw some blood.
No!
That was fun seeing him dressed up.
Kincaid and Joey died last night.
What? They were a team. I'm gonna get that son of a bitch. Who?
Okay, I was like, they don't know what she's talking about, do they? I wonder what they're I don't think they'll address it, doesn't seem like, but I wonder what Kristen's home life situation is, because in the last one she had that kind of like rich, I don't know if uncaring is the right word, but she was just like not the greatest, so.
He's waiting in there for me to dream.
Fred Krueger, he's a town legend. He was a child killer freed on a technicality. And if he kills you in your dream, you're dead for real.
Kristin, get the hell away from that house!
Oh, that's her mom, huh? Well, what do you know?
Something the matter with the cuisine?
When two of your friends die in the same day, let me know what it does to your appetite.
You're just tired. Don't think I haven't noticed that you haven't been sleeping, young lady.
God, this freaking mom. Same actress, too. It's like, her two friends literally just died. Like,
What's wrong with me? Adolescent anxiety.
oh, she drugged her, huh?
It's his fucking banquet, and I'm the last course.
Kristin, we went over this in therapy!
You just murdered me. Add to your goddamn therapy.
Some of this writing is just getting, like, quite cheeseball. That's a fun shot. I like Ariel. It's making me a little... Oh my gosh, Johnny Depp, shut up, on the cover of that magazine. Ha ha ha.
What's your name?
Alice?
I have a friend named Alice.
I feel like there's something more to that. I do not think that's a coincidence. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I think we've officially reached the commitment to campy humor. Oh my god. Interesting. I wonder if they did the... Obviously, the room was like upside down, but that was kind of cool how the chandelier in that first shot still looked like it was moving, like swinging with gravity a little bit. Yeah. So I wonder how they totally did that. But I'm guessing it was just like an upside down room and then they fixtured everything.
Elm Street's last brat. Farewell. How sweet. Fresh meat.
Why is she wet?
Come to daddy.
You'll need my power!
What is happening? That just killed her? He just killed her? Oh my gosh. That was so weird and felt so like kind of... Greetings from hell. What the heck? Oh my gosh, this is crazy, guys. They've taken a whole new jump with this one.
Kristin, we've got to get to her house!
Man, okay. Yeah, something about her death felt so just kind of like less satisfying than Joey and Kincaid's death even, because it was just kind of like, you just tossed her in the fire. Bye. With Nancy.
Hi, Alice. Wish you were here. Hi, Alice.
She reminds me, the Kristin actress reminds me of the actress, I'm totally blanking, but who plays the main missing girl from Twin Peaks, you know, when there's the videotape they show so many times of her like in the cardigan and, you know, whatever. I don't know why that shot just reminded me of that.
I saw it happen in my dream.
Freddie, I don't want to hear about Freddie, okay? She wasn't crazy, and neither are you. So just cut it out.
Okay, I have a confession to make. Something that's kind of come to me within that last scene, but I could be totally off base.
Well, look, I'll see you in class, okay?
Okay, what? She's like smoking like Kristin now too? She's like taking on her personality or something?
I don't smoke.
Okay, so my confession is years ago, like literally like when I was young, I'll just say, I'm going to estimate like 2006, I found this website because it was just a different time and I had the first Nightmare on Elm Street on VHS. I like loved it. It was my favorite horror movie, kind of with like Scream, which we also had on VHS. But as far as like the slashers, like I thought Freddy was just like the man. And I randomly found this website that was kind of this just like a fan made Nightmare on Elm Street, or like Freddy, sort of like almost like if it was like a Wikipedia, but it was like made all cool looking. And anyways, but it had a little bit of like, here's the lore of Freddy, and here's the like just different fun facts, I guess. Crazy. What the hell is going on? Okay, long story short, I think I might be remembering something out of like the depths of the file cabinets of my past, that my suspicion is Alice might be Freddy's daughter. And I think that came to me because I totally forgot that that was even a thing, because it was just on some weird like forum thing I had read. But I think he might have a daughter, and then the way that she has kind of these weird like daydreaming things, and then when he saw her, he said, "Come to daddy." And I think he's maybe said something like that previously, as far as like, has he used the word daddy before though? I don't quite remember, but something about that phrase. And then already she was suspicious. I freaking hate when he does that. But it would just triggered that memory of like, oh my God, I totally forgot. Yeah, that's so weird. I wonder if that website still exists.
You flop.
Wow, that was crazy. Weird, why did he... Okay, yeah, it's like, so he killed that classmate just because... just to get to Alice, psychologically maybe. Because yeah, kind of like I was asking earlier, like what's the line? Is there a line? I don't think there's a line. Number 2 says there's no line. He's just out and about, but obviously that's not necessarily canon.
I brought Sheila in like Kristin did with me. No, don't! I gave Sheila to him!
I think she kind of took on a little bit more of a Kristin personality. Like the beginning of the film, Alice's bangs were like really pushed over to the side, and then post that dream, like they're more like middle bangs, like Kristin's were.
Let's say that this is real, right? Why all of a sudden is this Freddy guy after you?
Yup.
Kristin was the last child left of
I could totally be wrong though.
Maybe Freddy can't get to the new kids unless there's someone to bring them to him.
Every society, dating back to the ancients, has had theories regarding dreams.
This is like really leaning into the obvious as far as the classroom scene. Like, why is he talking about this?
Rick, make me laugh.
Yikes. Oh. This is like giving me anxiety just because I hate drop rides, like Tower of Terror kind of stuff. Oh, I hate that. What? Interesting, the theme, but they just kind of like added like a, I don't know if that's Japanese or twist.
Come on out and fight me, you chicken shit!
I just don't even know how to feel about this scene right now. Oh my God, shut up. Her brothers did too? What the hell? What the hell?
I mean, look, I don't spend hours working out to let some night stalker beat me.
And it'll take more than bench presses to beat him.
I don't know if it's my streaming internet, but for some reason with Alice, it feels like so much of it is like dubbed over. Like for some reason the mouths and the audio aren't quite syncing up to me.
God, every day she changes.
Okay, so it seems like Alice is absorbing characteristics of these people. Yeah, after every death. And it makes me curious too how much, especially for back then, just the technology was different. For example, for sure in those far away shots at the cemetery or whatever, they probably had to have dubbed those over. There's no like boom hanging over them and stuff. So I'm blanking on what that's called. ADR, no, I don't know. There's whatever, when they like re-record the audio. But it makes me think like, is there a lot more of that going on in movies from this and previous and that we just don't notice? I don't know. Wow, she's like absorbing the skills of the people who die in the dreams. A la Freddy, the way that those faces were like absorbed into his body.
What's happening to me?
I want you to stay in. I lost Ruth because I didn't watch you. I don't want to lose you. All we have.
Yeah, your real helpful dad with drowning in your bottle like all the other movies. Crap parents. They have a lot of big name. So they're playing Sinead O'Connor. They were playing Billy Idol earlier. They were playing that other song that I like, but I can't think of who it's by. Like at this point, they're like a very established series, pop culturally, that they, and probably like studio budget wise, they had the budget to get the licenses to these big artists. So that's pretty cool. But maybe because of that, they're feeling a little overconfident in their writing abilities. I don't know. Reefer Madness is playing. That's kind of funny. This is giving me Donnie Darko vibes. Oh, that's definitely her brother in front of her, in the row in front of her. I don't know, maybe that's not her brother. It really looks like the back of his head though. Okay, that was definitely, again, that like tilted room, that woman's hair where they like freaking plastered it in position. It looks so unnatural. She was like sitting back too. Oh wait, is that them? Oh, it is. Okay, yeah, okay, that's definitely them. In the other shot it didn't look like her brother, but I don't know, whatever. There it was. Oh boy, do we have Robert Englund dressed as another woman? Oh, is that Alice? Yup.
If food don't kill you, the service will.
Oh jeez. Oh my god.
I love soul food. Bring me more.
He's going after Debbie. I gotta stop him.
I don't believe in you.
I believe in you.
It's interesting. So, like, did she even fall asleep, or did he just like?
No pain.
Also, her hand. I really don't know much about weightlifting. Oh Jesus! But her hands seemed really close together.
He's going after Debbie. I gotta stop him.
Yikes! Oh, the insect stuff. Oh my god. Okay, all of a sudden it's the fly. Yeah, she's stuck in a loop.
Come on, we have to hurry.
Weird.
He's going after Debbie. I gotta stop him.
You know, I get the weirdest feeling. We've done this before.
Oh god, is he gonna squash her like a bug? Oh god. Oh my god, that is so twisted. Oh my god. I said that before her face even popped off.
Oh my god. We're both asleep. He's got us going in circles.
I mean, makes you think. Oh, geez, he's bleeding pretty bad.
Don't let them put you to sleep. We have to get ready for him.
It's interesting, they kind of abandoned the idea of the drug that was in the last one, because otherwise I'd assume that like Kristin, Joey, and Kincaid would have been taking it, and then maybe she would have known about it, and that could have helped, but obviously that wouldn't have been productive for like this storyline and stuff. But in my head I'm like, just take that medication. Okay, so I'm still on the feeling that my suspicion theory based off of like what I saw as a kid, this could be where it's developing or whatever. But if it's not, it's like this plot is quite a mystery. It's just like, what are the motivations? They're not super clear. What's Alice's role in this? Why is she sort of the new focal point of Freddy, pretty much. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, because if it's not what I'm suspecting, I'm like really curious to see what's going on within like the storytelling. Ooh, ripped jeans. Oh, because she's kind of taking on the personality of Debbie now. Yeah, like what's that about, It's interesting too, that sort of like motif that keeps coming back of her removing the pictures from the mirror too. Is there a deeper message there about like what was she not wanting to see? Why didn't she want to see herself? And now that's slowly being revealed through this process, her seeing herself. So we'll see how that comes to fruition. Okay, I think Dan's a goner.
Get away from him, you son of a bitch!
The set design of this one's really cool. Like, you can definitely see the bigger budget coming into play.
It's too late.
He's hemorrhaging. Bring him out of it.
Jeez, what the heck?
Alice. You gotta put me back under. You gotta put me back under now.
Relax, son. It was rough, but we pulled you out.
That angle, jeez.
Welcome to Wonderland, Alice.
Okay, that's very Kristin. Or her brother too, kinda. Well, no, I think that's Kristin. That's her brother. The Freddy makeup looks like it looks good, but something about it too looks a little plasticky. I don't know. It looks maybe too perfect. Something about the texture. I think I saw the strings on one of those shots. What? The like green screen. Okay, where is this going? Where is this going?
Evil will see itself.
And it shall die!
Whoa. Oh my gosh, having to film this is crazy. Like, that was cool.
Let them out!
This is so weird. This is so weird. I feel like they were really excited about these effects, that scene just felt a little drawn out.
Rest in hell.
Is this like the ending? What is going on?
I'm still having trouble. I can sleep
This
2, maybe 3.
This is like the end of the first one, kind of. Oh, what a bright, beautiful new day.
What'd you wish for?
If I tell you, it won't come true.
What the hell, guys? What the hell was that? Oh boy, some of you have a lot of explaining to do if you think this is one of your top ones. What the freak? I love, yay, the dog's name was Jake. Oh, wow, a lot of stunt people. Oh my god, you guys. Guys, I was trying to make that so much more deeper than it turned out to be. Okay. This one has 4.5 stars. Okay, let me just be like, try to be totally fair. I'm like maybe a little sleepy. No, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with excuses to have more like empathy for maybe trying to understand why I didn't like this one that much. I don't know. I can't quite pinpoint it. I guess a big thing for me that I can kind of criticize right away as far as storytelling is that it didn't feel like this one was building off of any pre-existing ideas in a very like strong or consistent sort of way, especially because it's supposed to feel like a direct sequel to the last one and they have these same characters. I guess one kind of thing is that the idea of like controlling, you have power in your dreams, which was established in the last one. So like Alice finding her like autonomy and like her strength to like defeat Freddy. But the whole like dream master was so not strongly established for me. I'm like, okay, what? So your mom sang a poem to you as a kid and like that all of a sudden is just like established as like, oh, well, it's a fact. Like, this is a real thing. And all you had to do was show a mirror to him. Like, it just felt super weak to me. It didn't really feel like it was coming from anywhere that had grounded depth to me, where it like made sense. I don't know, like it feels like every single one has a different reason of why they defeat him. The first one, I don't even know if I can track or like remember, but like for sure the first one was you had to, like, she wasn't afraid of him. Nancy wasn't afraid of him, so she took her power back, and that defeated him. The second one, I'm kind of blanking, but he was like sort of possessed. And then she was just like, you can defeat him. Come back to me. I don't quite remember what was the catalyst for Freddy's demise in the second one. And then the last one, it was purely like ritualistic as far as like him needing to be buried in hallowed ground. And then this one, it was like some poem about a dream master that like protects your positive versus your negative gates in the dream world. That was like vaguely described in the classroom, and then she just showed him his reflection because like the poem says. I'm just like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I wish it would have built more on previous ideas already established. And then again, same thing as far as like the Freddy motive, like who the hell is Alice? Like why? I mean, I totally gave away, like, if I was trying to be like this YouTuber reactor, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically just like, I'm being transparent and saying like, I read something somewhere that said this, so it's going to have some sort of influence on my viewing experience. So I'm going to like be honest with you guys about that. And I feel like I try to do that. Like when I go into a movie that I've never seen before, but if I have some sort of prior knowledge because of just like the internet, especially with older movies like this, it's hard not to have some sort of spoilers, especially being a fan of horror in general. Like my algorithms and stuff on social media are giving me lots of like horror-based content. So every once in a while I will kind of get like spoilers, but I'm always going to be upfront and share with you guys. I know that. I'm not going to be like, you know, oh my God, like overreacting about something, or like, I don't know, like pretending I don't know something because it's going to give a stronger effect or something like that. You know what I mean? In this instance, it really damaged my viewing experience having remembered that old thing. So I'm curious to see if that does come up in a future film. I have no idea what the fifth one is, because especially in the comments, people are saying like, oh, I like 3 and 4. I think for some reason, I don't even know why I knew. Maybe it was because of the detailed description I had read previously. But I remember knowing like 3 and 4 kind of felt like a little bit of a pairing, which I see because of the character follow through. And then 5, I'm just like, is Alice going to come back? Like, what the heck is going to happen? But yeah, this one, what were some strengths of this one? I guess overall, like the set design, the special effects, it looked great. I liked that there was a lot of like playfulness with the camera, like the filmography, if that makes sense. When Kristin took the sleeping pills and she was, you know, getting sleepy, they had that like aerial shots that were spinning and stuff like that. And they played a lot with like, you know, gravity of, you know, the upside down rooms where it looks like they're on the ceilings, and yeah, just different sort of like tracking shots in the tunnel when we're inside of Freddy. And I don't know, there was like some really cool, interesting visuals in this one that I think still held up pretty good, because inevitably all the special effects are gonna this is 1988, so there's gonna be some criticisms there. Overall, I'd say holds up pretty good. Patricia Arquette played Kristin. I'm already going back into like critiques now. What are some positives? Come on. I was gonna say just now, like Patricia Arquette's portrayal of Kristin, I have it in my head as something that was a little bit more of like a tortured soul, kind of like introverted. And I understand that some time has passed, so she's maybe like come out of her shell more and she has a boyfriend and friends and stuff like that, but it just really didn't feel like the same character to me. And that's not necessarily the actress's fault. Like, that's really hard to take the same character and then like, okay, like I have to try to portray the character true to how it's written. I'm not doing like for her to not do an imitation of Patricia Arquette, but just to like, you know, play the part. So I don't know, that seems like a really hard task to do. So like she didn't do a bad job necessarily. It's just like in comparison, it wasn't my favorite. Same with Alice. I just didn't love her. Like, and she wasn't like a bad actress to me necessarily or anything like that, but her deliveries just weren't my favorite. But I think a lot of that might have to do with the writing. This one just kind of like nosedived into Cheeseball Fest with just really like cheesy dialogue, and I mean, not to mention Freddie wearing a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. Like, yeah, just they're going for it. They're in that realm, and I know they're gonna lean further into it, so we'll see what happens. But I guess what I was hoping for is that if they're gonna go that route of like the cheese ball, like one-liners, puns, that kind of stuff, like I would hope there was enough support of storytelling and like plot structure and stuff like that for it to like not ruin it for me. Because for me personally, like I'm entertained by the Freddy kills, I guess, and just to see what he's gonna do. But I don't know if that's enough for me to sustain a whole movie. Those in-between parts, because like the kills come up as like beats in the movie, but there's so much in between that is like build up and character development and like pushing the plot forward and stuff like that. And when that kind of just isn't strong or doesn't make sense, it just doesn't make a great movie to me. So I'm curious to know if I'm missing something about this one, if the next one is kind of going to reinform my thoughts on this film. But this one just really didn't do it for me. I didn't hate it or anything like that, but the third one, Dream Warriors, I'm like, oh, I could come back and rewatch this because it was a good movie. But this one, I'm like, like I don't know that I need to revisit this as far as an entertaining thing, which it makes me feel bad saying that. Like, I don't know. It's just so crazy to think how much work gets put into making a movie. I can't remember who said it, but there's some quote out there somewhere about like anytime a movie's made, it's a miracle. And I do very much respect and agree with that. Like, just look at any shot in that film. Like, it's incredible the efforts that were put into it just in the little diner scenes alone. Or yeah, like it's amazing, right? But as like not a passive, but just like as someone sitting on their couch at home watching it, and with what's out there today, it just doesn't feel like enough, which sucks because I want it to be so bad. Like, I'm still rooting for this series, but for me right now, I really need strong like storytelling, kind of, if that makes sense. So we'll see. Also, I'm kind of bummed the dog never came back. I'm like that no one like took the dog after Kincaid died or something. I don't know why it was like, yeah, dog. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, okay, and see what the next one's called. Okay. What? Okay, the next one's called A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. Okay. Through the dreams of an unborn child walking nightmare, Freddy Krueger has resurrected himself and he's looking for new victims. Okay, kind of vague. And then what's after that? I'm like just so curious to see. Okay, so there's 5. And then after that is the final nightmare. And then what's after that? I'm so curious. I wish there was just like a list of all of them. Okay, so the next one's, yeah, Freddy's dead. What's the other one? Is it not on? I'm on Amazon right now. Well, okay, well, we'll see. I need to look up on my phone after I'm done filming what the full rundown is. I didn't even look at how many movies there are. Okay, I think that's all I got for this one. I'm not totally annoyed by this one, but I'm also a little disappointed, but also encouraged and hopeful for where the rest of the series is going to go. I know that there's going to be a highlight with, is it called like New Nightmare or something, where Nancy comes back? Like, I know that one's going to be like a highlight film. I will watch Freddy vs. Jason within this. I think I'll keep it chronological as far as like release dates and stuff like that, because I don't know where that one technically falls as far as like when it takes place and stuff like that. You know, this isn't like the Marvel Cinematic Universe or something. I'll just watch them in order that they came out. Yeah, well, we did that. I did that. And yeah, that's it, I guess. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. And I'll try my best to like consistent uploads. I'm trying. I promise I'm not abandoning this series. The next one will be out when it's out. Great. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to or not, that's totally fine. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.